Hi, my name is Joyce Mukuna. I work as a HR manager at Vivo Fashion Group. I'm a mom of one. I have a lovely son who is 2.5 years. He'll be turning 3 years in end of July, and I'm so excited to see the journey that we begin again at 3 years. 2 years was awesome and terrible, but now we want to see what comes out at 3 years, and I'm very excited to see the milestone that he will have towards another year. I'm a partner of one, and I'm a God-loving woman, and because everything that I've done, everything who I am right now, it's influenced by the purpose that God has put in me. And my journey as a mom, it has a lot, and something that I love being a mom. From the first day I knew I was pregnant, then it was the first day I knew now I'm going to be a mom and things are going to change. Yeah. No one is 100% ready to be a mom. Even if you say you're at 40 and you think you really need a child, you are never 100% being a mom. And even when you're a mom, you don't know, there's a fear of unknown because you cannot be there for your child every step of the way. So sometimes when they are falling off the couch or jumping up and down and they fall off, you're not there to always hold them. So that is the biggest fear as a mom. How can I always be there for my child? But sometimes they need to walk this journey alone. So you cannot always be there. So you cannot be fully 100% ready to be a mom because you always don't know what's the next step. Yeah. Being a mother has changed my perspective in work and as a career woman because I have to balance both. I have to be a mom and I have a career that I need to work on. So you need to find a balance on being a mom and being there for your child. And also at this era, everyone wants to grow their career. So how do you balance the two? So being a mom has influenced the way I do things, my decisions, even my decisions at work. They're fully dependent on me being a mom because I also need to make a decision that is right for my work and even right for my child. So there's a lot that you need to think about being a mom and also being a career person. Yeah. Being a HR person and being a mom, there's that caring perspective and dealing with people every single day. So sometimes this helps me also to deal with issues that I have at work because there's a side that I'm able to understand people because I'm caring. Sometimes my child will come and I don't know what to do. He speaks a language sometimes I don't understand. So the same thing, you'll have an employee who speaks to you something that you've not related. But somehow, somewhere you need to look for a way to either help that person and actually feel like you've helped them or you've actually lessened the burden that they had when they came to you. So the same thing as being a mom. Sometimes you actually don't understand. At 1.5, you don't even understand what they're saying. But you have to figure out, what is this baby trying to tell me? What do they want? Actually, they might be needing a glass of water, but I didn't understand. But you need to look for a way to maybe understand, maybe take him through the kitchen, take him through the sitting room, just to understand what does he want. So I take that, I derive that then to my workspace, because by then I'm able to understand people and their various needs, because children have different needs and also people have different needs. So I derive that for being a mom to my HR world. My favorite thing about being a mom is coming back home to my son. That's at the end of when I'm working, there's something that I'm looking forward for. Getting home to see my son and to know that he has been okay. My biggest challenge as a mom is what the world is for him. When he gets to the age that I am. Because when our parents were raising us, they didn't anticipate for this digital world. Now we have to live with it. We have to have mechanism of raising children in a digital world. So my challenge is I don't know what it's going to be. like for my child when he gets to another stage of life. Yeah. The advice I would give to young moms or moms that have young children and are working is, for one, it's not easy. It's not easy, and no one should tell you you need to actually do this. It's not easy. But all I need to tell them is, when we gave birth to these children, they are our responsibility. In as much as we have caregivers at home, at the end of the day, we need to raise our children. So we need to look for a balance on raising our children and being career women. Yeah. My mom is she's the best person I could have ever asked in this world. If you want the best advice and the realest advice, then my mom is going to give it to you. When she was raising myself and my sisters, she's a very strict mom. So there's no way you could get away with not going to school because you have a toothache or you have a headache. You really needed to have a very good reason as to why you don't want to go to school or why you're not going to school. But the way she's raised us, it impacts on the way I'm raising my child right now. My mom has influenced my approach to motherhood because, for one, she's very prayerful. So that is one thing that is something different that I've had to partake on. Yes, I'm not saying that I was not prayerful when I was not having a child, but now it becomes something that you need to think about. Being prayerful because of your children, because of the people that we have around us. That is something that I've taken from her. Yeah. The best moments that have stood up for me, I have a lot, but the best ones that I remember is when I told her I was pregnant. She was very happy, and she knew I would make a very good mom. I remember that is what she told me. And until today, sometimes when I don't know what to do as a mom, because being a mom is very confusing at times. Yeah. There are situations that you don't know how to deal with, especially when the child is sick and this child cannot tell you exactly where they are aching or where the problem is. And you have to figure it out for yourself. So I always remember that my mom told me, you're going to be a very good mom. Yeah. I remember when I was growing up, I didn't understand why my mom did some of the things that she used to do. And now that I've become a mom, I completely understand, because my mom has always been a very strict mom. And sometimes when I see my son running around the house and I can completely see he's going to hurt himself, unknowingly you'll have to tell him to stop. So, and sometimes you felt like she was nagging or like she doesn't know, she doesn't understand, especially at adolescent stage. You didn't understand why, like she doesn't know, this is cool, I need to do this. You're coming home late and she's asking you, why are you coming home late? Now I understand being a mom. Yeah. I understand it's the fear that she had for her own children. It's the fear that she needed to raise us the best way that she could. Now I understand why she did those things, because right now as a mom, I want to be everything for my child. I want to be there for every moment. When he's crying, when he's sick, when he knows a new word, I actually want to walk that journey with him. Yes. If I was to write a letter to my mom, it would be a very long letter because I have a lot to say to her. She has been my pillar. My mom has always been there for me, even at my worst. She has always believed in me. And Mom, I could not have asked for anything else in this world. Thank you for being the best mom that I could have ever asked for. Even in the next life, I would ask for her to be my mom. I live today because of your prayers. Every single day before she goes to sleep, she has to make sure that she has mentioned each of my siblings to God. So I'm so grateful that even today that we are moms, you still remember us as your children. She has to make sure that she has called me every single day, even if I don't call her. And sometimes I tell her, Mommy, I'm sorry, I was busy. But she has to make, she already knows that around lunchtime, I have my free time and she can call me. And I wish I can be that mom to my son. Thank you, Mom. I want to wish every mom, every dad out there that is going out of their way to take care of their children, even if they don't say this very often, you're doing a great job. And happy Mother's Day to everyone. Thank you.